Welcome to Dark Knight Films Reviews and another special ranking video. Tonight, I will be counting down my picks for the top 10 greatest underrated actors. Now, I know my list will not coincide with other people's lists, but that's why we do these lists. So, but this is my list. So let me know down in the comments down below what your list of the greatest underrated actors are. All right, so beginning this list with number 10. And my number 10 is William Forsythe. Now, this actor, excellent character actor, doesn't get enough credit. He has been in numerous films. He got typecast as a villain through most of his career, but he can play so many different roles than just the villain. He played in comical roles in Raising Arizona. He played in the, typecast, what roles he got typecast with, and, films like Out for Justice and Stone Cold and stuff like that. And of course, more modern audiences will remember him from the Rob Zombie films, like Halloween and The Devil's Rejects. But to me, he's just always been a solid character actor, and he never really got the accolades that I think he deserved. All right, so coming in at number 9, we have Michael Biehn. Now, Michael Biehn has been in numerous blockbuster movies, but most people don't even know his name. They will know his face if they see him, but they will not know who he really is, for the most part, being able to name him, if somebody asked. But he has played in great heroic roles in films like Reese in The Terminator and Hicks in Aliens. And then he was in the Navy SEALs, and prominently he played a villain in 2 different films that I've seen him play a villain in. He played a villain early in his career in the film The Fan, and he was excellent in that. And then, of course, later in his career, he played that unexpected villain of Johnny Ringo in Tombstone. And had it not been for Val Kilmer being so excellent as Doc Holliday, Michael Biehn would have stole that film away from everybody else. But somebody else stole the spotlight throughout that movie. But while Michael was on screen as Johnny Ringo in most scenes, except for the ones he was with, competing with Val, he was totally excellent. Greatly underrated actor. All right, so coming in at number 8, we have Tom Berenger. Now, Tom Berenger, again, just like a lot of these on this list, great character actor, played in numerous films, and he's played in some starring roles and stuff as well, but it was lesser known films. He's had great films like The Substitute, where he was the lead in, and he was excellent in that one. And then, of course, he played in the Major League films, and an excellent role in that. So he's done comedy, he's done action, he's done all kinds of roles, and yet nobody hardly knows who he is. It is a shame, because Tom Berenger is one of the great actors of our time. All right, so coming in at number 7, this is going to be a controversial one, because most people wouldn't consider him, great actor, period. But I beg to differ. So my number 7 is Dolph Lundgren. Now, many of you know I've talked about Dolph ad nauseum on my channel. I've reviewed some of his movies. I've even done a ranking video of him, just his movies. And he is one of the best out of the action movie stars that in my opinion, like I said, the reason he's on this list, he's very underrated. He doesn't get the credit that actors like Arnold Schwarzenegger, Sylvester Stallone, Jean-Claude Van Damme, and any of them get as far as action stars. And he can do more than just action. He has proven it throughout his career. Excellent, excellent actor, and a very intelligent man. One of the most intelligent out of all action stars. Great, great actor that doesn't get enough credit. All right, so coming in at number 6, this one might not be a controversial one because he's a lot of people's favorites, but not as the greatest actor of all time. And that is Sean Bean. Now, Sean Bean is another one, just like some of these others on this list. I mean, he has been in multiple films. He is excellent in every role he plays. And he, much like William Forsythe, he has been typecast kind of in villain roles in most films. But whenever he gets that chance to shine as a good guy or something like that, he really steps in there and does a great job in anything he plays. Sean Bean is an excellent actor and definitely deserves more accolades. All right, so coming in at number 5, we have Brian Cox. Now, I know most of you are like, who? You know, who's this? You know, but Brian Cox is an excellent character actor. I took note of him immediately on seeing him play Hannibal Lecter in Manhunter. And to me, I loved his portrayal of the character, and I would have loved to have seen them continue him forward in that role in Silence of the Lambs and just continue it. So that way they wouldn't have had to have done that weird remake, Red Dragon. But excellent actor, been in numerous films. You may not know his name, but as soon as you see him on screen, he attracts your attention and he will wow you with his performance. He is an excellent actor. Definitely deserves more accolades. All right, so coming in at number 4, we have another actor who gets typecast as villains quite a bit, and that is Jason Isaacs. And Jason Isaacs is just such an excellent actor, not only in films that, you know, people might know him from, like The Patriot, but he is just excellent anytime he is on screen. He takes any role that he is in and he puts it in a different spectrum. He gives 110% in every film that he is in. Excellent, excellent actor. And yeah, he does not get enough credit for the talent that he has. All right, so coming in at number 3, this one might be another controversial one, but he's one of my favorites of actors that I think is underrated, and that is Michael Pare. Now, Michael Pare, he started on shows like The Greatest American Hero, playing a supporting character in that, and he was excellent in that show. He would go on to play in another TV series that only lasted, I think, one season called Houston Knights, and he was excellent in that. And then, of course, he had his big breakout role that made him, supposedly should have made him a big star, in Eddie and the Cruisers. And from there, he did numerous films where he was the lead, but to this day, he still doesn't get the accolades that I think he deserves. I think he is a fine actor. Every part, he always puts himself into it. He's excellent. I think one of his greatest roles ever, out of all of his films, was Eddie and the Cruisers 2, Eddie Lives. Even though he was good in Eddie and the Cruisers, He just stepped it up in Eddie and the Cruisers too, and it's unfortunate that that film is not considered higher on anyone's radar right now. All right, so coming in at number 2, we have Bill Nighy. Bill Nighy has been in numerous films throughout his illustrious career. Most people don't know who he is, and that's a shame. He is excellent. I first took note of him in the film from 1989 with Robert Englund called The Phantom of the Opera, in which he played a pretty prominent little role in there. And he was so good in that film. And then later on, of course, he played in Underworld as the lead villain of Victor. And he was just so commanding and so excellent in that part. And he can be excellent in comedy, as he proved in Love Actually. And he stole the show in that one. Excellent actor, and deserves his placement, I believe, on my list. All right, so coming in at number 1, my number 1 underrated actor of all time, and that is Willem Dafoe. Oh my God, Willem Dafoe is such a great actor, and yet he's hardly gotten the attention that he deserves. I mean, he's another one that got typecast kind of as villains throughout most of his career and everything. But when he was given those moments to shine in a regular role where he was playing a good guy, like in Mississippi Burning or anything like that, he just excelled in his performances. He is such a talented and excellent actor. One of the top underrated actors of all time, and that's why he makes my number 1 on this list. But what do you think of my list? Do you differ on your list? Let me know in those comments down below what your list of the top 10 greatest underrated actors is. I know it probably differ from mine. Mine's not going to be the same as everybody else's, but please be respectful down there in the comments. But hope you've enjoyed this video, and if you did, do not forget to like, share, and subscribe, and don't forget to click that bell icon so you can be notified about future videos just like this one. And while you're by the subscribe button, click that join button and become a Dark Knight fan. As a Dark Knight Fan Plus member, you have access to an area on the channel right now where you can request a movie, TV series, or ranking video of your choosing, and when that video goes up, it will go up for all Plus members before it goes up for all other subscribers on the channel. So if you want to get interactive and help us to get more movies on the channel that I might not review normally, become a Plus member. And if you missed last week's ranking video, check out the link above. And if you missed any of our other ranking videos, check out this playlist and get caught up.